Hey, fight fans. Had to change music. We don't got Ray, but we're still here with another Cavemans Corner from the Fan Doozy Studios in Buffalo, New York, with your host, Jeff.
Captain Cavemans!
Dance. What's going on, Mr. Mikey Schultz?
What's happening? Thanks for having me.
Not too much. We're going to pick that up a little bit so we get you on there. All right. Turn up your gain a little bit, and we're good to go.
How's it sound?
Sounds all right. Sounds like
We
you.
all right? We all right?
We're good. We're good. Thank you for coming in and covering for Ray.
Oh, no problem. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. You got hockey in a little bit?
I have hockey at 6:40, so I have to leave by about 5:40.
All right. Well, let's get Desmond Green on the phone. Ray got us a sweet hookup. We had to go through manager and everything to get this guy.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going, Desi?
Yeah, how's it going?
Good. This is Jeff and Mike Schultz. We're with K-Man's Corner. How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Man, you're about a week out from your fight. How's everything going? How's the diet?
Diet's great. I've been working with this guy named Paul from my hometown. He got me on point. You know, I'm less than 10 months, probably about 8 pounds away. Going good, feeling great. Eating 6 times a day. Can't complain.
Man, that's good. I seen in some of your other interviews that you did, you really like your Frosted Flakes. You still eating those, or are they cut out right now?
Yeah, man, yeah. Been one of the big changes I made in this camp is my diet. So I'm excited to see how I perform out there.
Damn, 8 pounds, man. I usually cut like 15 5 days before the fight. I usually cut like 8 the day of weigh-ins.
Yeah, I used to wake up and have to cut the last 6 that morning. So I'm like, just standing.
You wrestled for Rush Henrietta from Section 5, man. You wrestled for UB. How's it feel to actually come back and fight in your hometown?
Oh, man, it's great. It's like, it's more than a dream come true. You know, my dream was to get to the UFC, and, I got there, and it's even sweeter. I get to, have my first debut in front of my hometown, my home people. Even though Rochester's an hour away, I'm having a lot of people there really fighting right at home. And like I said, I went to college there, so I built a lot of great relationships in Buffalo and got my name out there for that. So I'm excited about it.
Desi, are you right or left-handed?
I'm actually right-handed. I'm only southpaw because of my wrestling.
Yeah, we have a great guy at our gym, Pat Mix. He's 3-0 as a pro too. Same thing, man. He fights southpaw, but he's right-handed. And man, you guys really make it work for you with your wrestling. Is there any advantages or disadvantages to that?
So for me, I never did any stand-up until I started training fighting. So it was easy to see because that's just the first way I learned how to do it was from the southpaw position. My front hand being my strong hand, I could really fire out that jab. And, to the boxing, they did the MMA, that front hand, 910, you pull up drugs, that's all you need. So it works for me.
You were a 2-time Mid-American Conference guy from UB. You almost set the school record, and then you were kicked off the team. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, well, basically, it's not really to talk about. Like I said, I was a 2-time NMAC champ, 3-time finalist, and my last year I quit the team because they kept testing me for marijuana, and I wanted to fight. So I wasn't. It's not like they was paying me to wrestle, and to me it just wasn't worth it. I knew I wanted to fight. I was so close to finishing up. I didn't want a career outside of college wrestling, so I jumped into fighting my last year.
Is that something that's pretty common for Division I athletes? I haven't heard too much testing for marijuana, actually.
I don't know. I don't really research other athletes. I just know I didn't like it, and didn't really sit right away with me, so I did something about it.
So it wasn't really anything to do with the coaching then. It was to do with the actual program itself?
Yeah, it wasn't the NCAA, so it was all from my school. So, whatever their motives was, I guess it is what it is.
You should have went to another school and then beat them. How pissed would they be?
I knew I wanted to fight. Wrestling was always a stepping stone for me. And I only have one more year left, so it wasn't even worth going to another school. Wrestling was It's something I was happen to be good at. You know, I didn't really take it too serious.
Did you finish up and get your degree?
Yeah, I did.
So that's
I went back, took out a loan my last year, went back to school, and I used to go in the restroom a little bit, but then, you know, a couple articles came out, and they were like, it doesn't look good that you're coming in here working with our guys and whatnot. So, you know, they actually, like, kicked me out of the room. So, you know, it's ironic because now, you know, they want me to go back and talk to the guys and all that, and I'm completely fine with it. I said yes to it all. So, yeah, I let bygones be bygones.
Then you ended up going to Bomb Squad. How did you get over there?
So I had like the first amateur fight when I was still in, you know, my last year in school, and I was training just on the treadmill at Alumni Arena. You know, that's how I did my training. I just hopped on the cardio machine. I didn't have no boxing, no jiu-jitsu. I was already doing wrestling, so I just knew I needed to get my cardio up. I've gotten in plenty of street fights, so, you know, to me, I could just go out there and, you know, dust these guys. And my first amateur fight, that's how it went down. I went out there, choked the guy out in like a minute, and I met this guy named Johnny Carlos Klaus, and he was like, you know, one of the recruiters for Bomb Squad. He was like, yo, where you train at? And I'm like, on the treadmill. He's like, yo, that's ridiculous. You got to come up to Bomb Squad. And, you know, I went up there, and one time I was like, oh, man, so this is what it's about. You know, the first time I went up there, I got to spar and whatnot. You know, I just fell in love with just the whole sport, the whole aspect of it all.
So unofficial, what is your street fight record?
Oh, I'm undefeated, baby.
Oh,
I ain't lost.
Mike's from the mean streets of Lockport himself, so he's probably also undefeated.
If you ever need a street pass, let me know. I'll get you on any street in Lockport. If you got to clear through.
Yeah, for sure.
You won the state title in 2007. You've been a great wrestler your whole time. When you transferred over to MMA, was it hard for you to pick up the jiu-jitsu part of the sport? Or are you always on top smashing a guy anyways? There's got to be guys in practice that put you down, right? Especially at Black Zillions?
Yeah, I'm at Black Zillions right now. But, yeah, jiu-jitsu, it wasn't hard to pick. It was hard to get used to being on my back. You know, my whole life I was always taught never to be on your back. Jiu-jitsu, they teach you to get comfortable on your back. So I studied it, you know. Yeah, exactly. You know, I studied it. I was at TriStar for about 11 months under Faraz Zahabi. You know, got my purple belt under him, who's, you know, a wizard under a black belt. And, you know, I learned the game, but jiu-jitsu is not really my thing. I don't like jiu-jitsu. I studied it more just to know how to counteract it. I never plan on being on my back out there.
Yeah, we're sitting with a black belt here, Mike Schultz. He's one of the black belts at my school, so he's just shaking his head. The wrestlers always beat him up too.
Yeah, they put it on me.
Yeah,
Stylistically, they give me a trouble, but it's fun.
Yeah, before I even learned jiu-jitsu, I fought black belts and I smashed them every time.
Sounds like Pat Mix. You got three guys fighting on the card. What kind of energy you had in the room? I mean, you got Rumble. What's going on with you guys? How's the energy in the room? Is everyone healthy?
Yeah, man. So, you know, Rumble playing for the title. This man's going for his first straight at 170, which is no easy task, you know. So, and you got me doing my debut against the Alpha Male guy who's undefeated. So, you know, everybody's on point. We're off each other energy. And, you know, just trying to get after it. Real high energy, real good vibes in the room. Everybody's looking great. And, you know, go with a clean sweep 3-0.
This is your first fight in the UFC, but you've been in a big show. You've been in Bellator. You had a lot of fights. You main evented cards. Do you think there's going to be that first time in UFC shock when you walk in the cage, or you think it's just going to be like every other day?
Honestly, this is my dream. I'm so excited for it. This is all I want it. But to me, I feel like I'm just to be there. I'm supposed to be there. I feel like I'm going to be the best fighter at 155, and everybody's going to see that. So I'm just like, all right, cool, finally. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, man, I'm there. It's just like, all right, finally. Let me show these people why I deserve to be here, why they call me the Predator, and why I'm a savage.
Can you talk about your journey through MMA and how difficult it was to get into the UFC itself? You went through Bellator. You got cut by Bellator. You're fighting everywhere. and you finally got to call the UFC. How does that happen? How does a guy make it to the UFC?
Yeah, so like I was blessed to make it real quick. I mean, if you look at it, I started fighting at the end of 2012. My first year and a couple months in, I got signed with Bellator, which is, that's even great. You know, a lot of people, it takes a while to even get, on a platform such as that. And then, me and Bjorn had a great relationship. You know, after my finals loss, he was like, yo, we're going to have you back, blah, blah, blah. And then it was a blessing that, he stepped down and Coker took over, because once Coker took over, they released everybody pretty much except for their champion. And I got that release because I always wanted to get to UFC. I always said when I signed with Bellator, it was only temporary. I was like, I want to get to the UFC. That's what I really want to get. So I was kind of happy that, they released me. I'm like, boom, all right. Because you see what happened with Eddie Alvarez. He almost had to sit out for 2 years before he got there. And, he was with Bellator for a while before he even, was even considered against the UFC. So I wasn't mad at anything. I was happy. I'm like, cool. This is great. I have no problem fighting on these local circuits again until I get back, until I get signed to the UFC. So, about 2.5, 3 years go by, of me fighting on local circuits. I get signed with Fight Pass. I won a world title there. I even got to go out to Russia, which is great. It was so nice going out there and experiencing that whole culture thing, fighting in front of the Canadian president. And, you fast forward another couple of months and boom, I get signed with the UFC. So, it's been a fun journey. It's been a long journey. I'd be lying if I said there wasn't ups and downs, but, if I had to do it all over again, I'd take that same exact path because, like I said, in hindsight, I got there in 4.5, 5 years. And, usually guys, they train for 4.5, 5 years before they even turn pro. I was blessed to be such a gifted wrestler where I literally got turned pro immediately. And, I got to experience all of these other things before I got to the UFC and fine tune myself. So now at this point, you're seeing like I'm a complete Desmond Green, a complete fighter. There's no learning curve. There's no learning experience. There's no growth period. When I go out there, it's just going to be straight kill mode.
So what do you think of Dylan Dynas? Like people just signing up and getting to the UFC or like Bellator, and he didn't even have an amateur fight. In my opinion, that he's gonna get smashed unless they feed him somebody. You can't just not go with any amateur fights and then go right to the big leagues. You know what I mean? Like I don't care how good your jiu-jitsu is.
Well, yeah, to me, it's kind of like shooting yourself in your foot. I don't know. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think all of those guys that like immediately went there, they're not really having a great career. You know what I mean? They either go fight and get cut or they get beat up and whatnot. My plan is to be a champion. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, I watched Damian Maya highlights, and he fought in a few organizations. I don't know about amateur. I don't know, but if you look up his highlights, you'll see a lot of fights before he went to the UFC.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so I think that's the best path to take. You don't want to get to the UFC and still growing because it's a game. Most losses you can get cut just like that. I wanted to be full. If you look at all my interviews in the past, they say, you want to get to the UFC? I'm like, yeah, I'm patient. I'm in no rush. I know I'm going to get there. You know what I mean? It's just, I get there when I deserve to be there. And right now I deserve to be there. And I'm going to prove why come next weekend when I take on this alpha male dude.
Hell yeah. I got a question about the contract side of this the sport. When you sign a contract with Bellator and it's like a 3-4 fight contract and they cut you, do they have to pay you any money from your remaining fights on your contract, or is there nothing? They can just cut you? How does that work?
I think it's an open contract with Jim. They can cut you at any time for any reason and don't have to give you anything. It's kind of a technical game.
Yeah, so it's more like football than hockey then.
Yeah, for sure.
Them bastards. They cut someone that's going to UFC. Stupid. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm glad they did me a favor.
You're fighting Josh Emmett. What do you know about him? 11-0. What are you gonna do to beat him up?
I watched his fights. I know he likes that overhand right. He's a decent wrestler. He has a pretty good pace about him, but he hasn't fought anybody of my caliber. He's not ready for the Saturdays. I'm gonna go out there and tear him up, get a finish for sure. Put a loss on his record. Had those alpha male guys feeling real bad about themselves.
That straight left That should beat him to the overhand right? Is that how it works?
Say it again?
That straight left. You're left-handed, right? You fight southpaw?
Oh, yeah.
That should beat his
Oh, for sure.
You should beat him to the punch, a straight punch, right? His overhand right?
Oh, every time. Plus, I mean, this guy's 5'6.5". I'm 5'10.5". You know what I mean? I'm a big guy. He's gonna be in for a rude awakening. But I think I listen to some interviews. I stalk my guys. I follow them. I don't follow them, but I go on their Instagram, Twitter, their Facebook.
Pray
you
on.
know what I mean? I see what they do. Yeah, I do. I see what they're doing every day. Like, you know what I mean? I watch videos, and he came out with an interview, and, you know, he said, "Oh, I'm ready for a 15-minute war. You know, Desi's really good, blah, blah, blah." And all of my interviews, I'm like, "I'm going to dust this kid." So I give him no respect. So he's already giving me too much respect, I feel like.
Fuck 15 minutes.
Yeah,
I ain't ever looking for the whole match. I'm trying to finish it, dude. I ain't trying to go don't trust the fucking judges. They are awful.
No, not at all.
I got a question about training.
I got screwed a couple times. So I don't want to. I'm like, yo, from now on, I just want to fucking go out there and smash. No doubt in nobody's mind.
When you're training against a guy like Josh Emmett and your wrestling is so much better than his, do you really spend a lot of time wrestling, or do you work on the other aspects of your game?
I try not to especially my training to my opponent, because at any given time it can all change. I just try to get better at everything, you know what I mean, all around the board. And with Josh, like you said, I feel like my wrestling is superior. He has it on hand right. So there's a couple of tendencies that he does that I look at. But, as far as me, I just every day I go into the gym, I try to get better at wrestling, better at jiu-jitsu, better at striking, better at head movement, just everything, just better at it. I just want to become a complete mixed martial artist and whole every time.
What do you... I'm just laughing because what do you guys... who did you stay with when you were at Bomb Squad?
Who did I stay with?
Yeah.
So at first I stayed with one of my boys named Brian Kelleher. We had like a house with him. I think his name was Evan. Another guy named Evan. That was when I first moved down there. And then what was his name? Anthony Leone. And then I got my own place with Aljamain Sterling. Me and him got a 2-bedroom apartment for a while there. And then he moved back to Long Island. And even for a little bit, I stayed with my coach, Ryan Fiatoli. And then at one point, I was staying with the girl that I was fucking. I was kind of saying all over. My house was only an hour away, so sometimes I just travel back and forth. But yeah, whatever I had to do to make it work, that's what I stayed.
Boom. Brian Kelleher is looking to get in UFC too. Are you going to put in a good word for him? He's been really all over social media trying to get it to Dana's ear.
Yeah, for sure, man. Brian's one of my good friends even to this day still, and I think he deserves to be in the UFC too. There's a lot of guys in the UFC. I'm like, man, at 135, I'm like, yo, my boy Brian at Dusty is, and so I really hope he does get in. And I don't got too much star power yet, but soon enough I will. And hopefully before I become a star, he'll be in there. I hope he gets in this year.
Yeah, you got to get him on that Long Island card, man. Holy cow, that's a show for him.
Sure. Yeah.
I fought Leone too. I fought Leone at Rage of Wolf. You got any good embarrassing stories about him before he went to Thailand?
No, I don't. Honestly, man. To be honest with you, bro, I smoked too much weed to remember that far back. My short-term memory shot, bro. Like, I just remember good times. I would say Anthony Leone was a beast, bro. He goes out, he drinks hard, and we all do. We all party. We like, we're fighters, man. The savages by nature,
Yeah.
I will remember songs from 20 years ago, and I will tell you what grade I'm in, lyrics to this shit. I cannot tell you if you gave me $500, Mike, what'd you eat 2 days ago for lunch? I couldn't tell you shit. I'm worried about finding my car when I leave here.
Yeah, same, bro. Like if it's some long term shit and like having school to tell, I probably could pull it up. But he said, "You like, all right, who would you just watch in 5 minutes?"
My wife was just yelling at me yesterday. She's like, I'm like, where you going? I ain't telling you again. I was like, she's like, I already told you, you don't pay attention. I said, I pay attention, but I forget. I said, give me a clue. She said Mexican. All right, you're going to eat to Mexican. All right, I get it.
I think she was going to visit the Mexican boyfriend.
It could have been.
I might have How to see.
Do you talk to Beekner at all anymore?
Who?
To Coach Beekner?
No, me and him really didn't have a good relationship after the whole Texas thing. A coach that I do talk to a lot is Jeff Catcherbone. He's our assistant coach. He was more of my real coach and real friend when I was in college. And even he even said after the whole shit went down, that's complete bullshit. You know, that I understand you, I feel you. And he's been a real mentor to me since day one. You know what I mean? This past Christmas, every time I go home, I go up there and visit him and his family. You know, we exchange gifts. And, you know, back in college, people used to babysit for me. I would babysit for him. You know, big ups to Jeff Catcherbone. That's like one of my true friends and mentors. But Beekner, I don't have any bad blood with him, but we just never really had a relationship, you know, deep enough to, you know, where I would, you know, have anything to say. He's a good guy, but, you know, he's more straight edge, and he didn't really understand the whole smoking thing as opposed to Jeff Catcherbone. He understood how it was bullshit and whatnot.
Yeah, a lot of guys are you either like Beekner or you hate him. I was just wondering what your relationship with him was.
We had a good relationship. We had a business relationship. You know, we had. You know, I wouldn't say he was never my enemy. At one point, you know, we were kind of close when I was competing. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, I don't have any hard feelings for him. I'm a good guy.
Yeah, I guess he's running the fitness program for an IndyCar team now, and he won a big ring for an IndyCar. We had Eric Herbert in, and he was telling us about it. He met him at an IndyCar race. It was crazy.
Yeah, I heard he's doing good out there, man. I heard he's doing real good with the team.
Yeah.
Jeff Catcherbone keep up, and you know, I always ask about him. You know what I mean? You know, we follow each other on social media and whatnot, but you know, it's not really like real friend base. It's like me and Cat, we text and we talk all the time. You know, he's coming out to the fight, him and his kids. You know, that was more of my real coach and friend as I went through college.
How many tickets do they give you for the fight?
I was just about to ask that.
Only get 4.
You only get 4?
Yeah, those went to my family and friends. Well, not even friends. Those went to my mom, my brother. It was perfect because I got an older brother, a little sister, mom and dad. So you know, they got those 4 tickets.
So off the record, how many tickets they really give you?
No, listen, that's on record, off record.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, hopefully once I start whooping some ass, they'll shell out some more. But I'm like, come on, dog.
We had Caitlin Chokagian on not too long ago when she was in town. She's fighting on the card too, and she gave away her free tickets, and they wouldn't let her back in the arena. She had to get a ticket to get back in after she fought. They wouldn't let her back in. That's crazy, dude. We had Caitlin Chokagian on. She fought at the first New York City card, and she needed a ticket to get back into the event after they fought. They wouldn't let her back in without a ticket. So
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, be careful, man. You better sneak in. Be ready.
Or get your hand stamped, you know, like.
No, that's all right. I mean, if she thought she should have a wristband, I don't know if she's telling the truth on that one.
I don't know.
Maybe she lost her wristband. Yeah.
Maybe she sold it.
It was a New York City card. It probably went for like $1,000.
Yeah, probably. I had my friend Jason Jackson. I snuck in there with Rashad Evans, and we always call him. He's a freaking. He's a chameleon. That guy can speak anywhere. But yeah, he got in there without a ticket and all that. Something like that. How the hell did you get into MSG without a ticket?
I know a local fighter that did that at a promotion. He showed up late and just came with a bag and said he was a corner.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, I'm corner. I got ham wraps and shit."
I think most of our guys do that. I got one more question. After you come in and you smash this dude in Buffalo, where are you going for wings?
I think my boy's setting up something at one of the clubs. Let's see. I'm trying to look through my messages real quick. I want to say Bottoms Up. I think we're going out to Bottoms Up to party. So I've been sober for a couple of weeks cleaning up for the fight, so I can't wait to go and smoke some weed after the fight.
Do you worried about the USADA testing right after the fight? Do they ever try and hit you like the day after the fight?
No. I mean, so what it is, like, they don't really test for marijuana anymore except for in competition. And in competition ends the day of the fight, you know, so like I get tested, you know, after I fight, you know, the next day I'm free to do whatever I want to do. As far as like, not testosterone, but as far as like, you know, marijuana, I'm fine with that.
Well,
so when you got signed, what did you meet up with like Dana or one of the Ferrata? What did you say their names? Fertitas?
They don't own it anymore.
Oh shit, that's right.
He asked who you met when you signed up.
I mean, you said how to get the contract?
Was it via Skype? Like, did you sit down with Dana, or do you have like a lawyer? With
No, no, my manager, man, big up to my manager, Grant Robinson. He handled it. Him and Dana are real good friends, and you know, he called Dana up and he pitched to him. He's like, "Listen, I got a hometown guy. He went to college in Buffalo. He's from Rochester, an hour away. He can sell a lot of tickets. He's a great fighter. He's on a 4-fight win streak. You know, exciting guy." And you know, Dana seen my highlight video, and you know, he was interested. He went for it.
Yeah, Dana seems like a good boss. He seems like one of those people. Like, if you fight, win or lose, he's gonna. He obviously you want to win, but like after watching the show, even if you do lose, he'll invite you back. But if you're one of those people that just want to lay and pray, he hates that shit because you know what? We hate that shit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like Dana's the reason. My manager's the reason, but Dana's the one who gave you know, the matchmakers okay. He basically told the matchmakers like, yeah, sign this guy.
Good.
I got one more question. Actually, it jotted in my mind while we were talking about all the crap they were talking about. Can you talk a little bit about the financial aspects of fighting? I know you probably had sponsors that you had to give up to take this fight. Did it negatively impact your financial earnings to take this fight?
Oh no, I didn't really have any sponsors like that. You know, I was fighting on you know, fighting Fight Pass. Had a couple small time sponsors. After the Reebok deal, all of the sponsors kind of fell through, and you know, they shuffled out to the little shows. But I'm still, you get $2,500 from Reebok, and that's still more than I got from in my last fight from sponsors. Well, not more sponsors, about the same that I got in my last fight. So you know, it really didn't do nothing to me. The sponsorship deal more affected the guys that used to be in the UFC before the whole deal went down. But you know, guys like me who, you know, really wasn't banging down, you know, $10,000, $15,000 sponsors. You know, we're happy for who you should get.
Do you work a regular job? I mean, before you signed with the UFC, I heard you got the call and you were working at a job. You had to go hide in the bathroom to take the call.
Yeah, man. Of course, you know who to get money unless you're like the Bellator of the UFC. So like, I was working a whole bunch of little jobs. I got 3 kids. When I first moved down, I was actually working as a janitor to help pay my rent. And, I took in many odd jobs. I worked overnight, Wegmans, Target, freaking Dollar America, whatever job could fit my schedule. And you know, I got my degree and everything, but I had no time for a career. My career was fighting, so I had to take a whole bunch of little odd jobs to just basically, you know, get through and pay my bills. So I had that dream and just never stopped believing in it.
Was that draining to work that job and then get up in the morning and train? I mean, how many times a day do you train out there?
Oh, for sure, yeah. It was so hard, you know what I mean? It was hectic, it was stressful. You know, like I said, it's not easy. Everybody want to be a fighter, but when it's a whole bunch of sacrifices you got to make, and you just got to keep your head strong and have fun of it.
You should get into the seminar business. We've had some, you know, like even Chokagan made a bunch of money just coming around doing seminars and stuff. You should definitely get on that circuit too. Now that you're in the UFC, you could be UFC fighter Desmond Green.
Yeah, it's actually great. My man just set up. I'm actually going to Alaska and doing a little seminar for you know, a couple $1,000 in May. So you know, it's already starting to pay dividends.
We just had a guy on that's having John Jones in to do the party. And he wouldn't tell me how much he's paying John Jones just to come in and party with him. But Conor McGregor wanted $250,000 just to come in and party. So I think that's the way for you to get going. And you might end up fat like Chuck Liddell, but it might be the way to go. A lot easier than fighting.
Yeah. Well, I don't really drink, so I probably want to end up fat. Drinking has never been my forte, so and I'll go and do appearances, but you'll never see me getting drunk. I really don't even like alcohol like that.
I have to go to Colorado and party.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love Colorado. I got some friends that something out there. Yeah, California.
Yeah.
Anywhere where it's recreational, baby.
Canada too. On the reservation.
Yeah,
over
yeah.
there. Right off.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
Happening. All right, man. I know you got a big fight coming up. I don't want to take too much of your time. I really appreciate you coming on a small show like this. After you smash this guy. Oh, you never told me where you're gonna get wings from. Where's the best place to get wings in Buffalo?
Duffy's. Duffy's is a pretty good place. Yeah, I like Duffy's. I haven't been there in a while, so yeah, I'll probably stop in at Duffy's for sure.
Is that Buffalo, Rochester?
No, it's Buffalo.
Buffalo?
They got the Duffy's in Buffalo. Yeah, Duff. Maybe it's Duff.
Oh, it's definitely Duff's.
Yeah, definitely Duff's. We'll
Yeah.
make sure we'll try and hook you up. We'll make sure we hook you up with some wings somehow. We'll make that happen.
Stop by our gym.
Yeah, stop by WNY MMA. Maybe we can work something out. We'll definitely work something out for free wings.
For sure. You got a number. We'll link up.
All right, sounds good, man. Thank you for your time.
Good luck.
You don't need luck. Good fight, man.
Good fight.
Yeah, appreciate it. About to smash this fool.
Sounds good. Straight
All right,
left.
man. See you guys.
Peace out. All right, there we go. Sorry about the audio. Ray's phone is usually the one that does it. Mine sucks balls. Sprint sucks. Don't use them. That's your turn to talk, Mike.
Oh, my fault. Yeah, I got Verizon. I'm on the fast charger. I found a charger in my car today, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, Desmond Green.
I'm looking forward to the fight. I honestly don't watch a whole lot of UFC events, but I'll watch it. I'm not a fan of Conor McGregor. Can't stand that dude. But you see what he's doing with that straight left.
$250,000 a party.
Fuck him.
Dude, that's crazy, right?
How you gonna make $250,000 in revenue to support that?
I don't know. You got the tickets would be like $400 to go and meet him and shake his hand. It'd be like $400
Times how many fucking people is $250,000?
A lot, dude. A lot. Well, I mean, sponsors pay for something. You got to talk into the mic though.
My fault.
Yeah, but sponsors pay for a lot of it too.
Hold up, we gotta do this math.
Oh, Mike's doing math now. If we had an Asian person in here, we'd be all set. We wouldn't even need a calculator. Abacus all day.
That's still 625 tickets times $400.
Yeah, 625 is not too bad. They could probably do that.
That's the break even.
Yeah, and then you figure you get like sponsors too, like the John Jones one, Yellow Cab, and I forgot who the other sponsor is, but they're a sponsor.
I don't know that whole John Jones thing. What is it?
What they're doing is they're offering a meet and greet. We had the guy that does it in here last week, and they come in and you get a picture of John Jones. You meet him, you shake his hand, and then he's at the after party, so you get a little bit of access to him.
Where's
at
that
the after party? I believe it's at 716. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to have that podcast up tonight so we can check it out.
How much is that one?
That one is $149 for the John Jones
for John
tickets.
Jones? I go get, what is it, 20 for Pat Mix, and I get an autograph?
Yeah, 20 for Pat Mix and autograph, but it's the day before.
Ah, okay.
So he didn't crash Pat Mix's party. He's doing it the next day. He's doing it the day after. It's before the UFC and after the UFC, while they're in town for the UFC. And that's another fine Caveman's Corner. We're missing Ray. Desi had a fight, so we had to keep it pretty short. I really appreciate him coming on. I apologize for the audio. Maybe I can clean it up a little bit when we listen to it. And if I do, I will edit all this stuff out, but probably not. And I got to find the music. Ray usually does this stuff. It's Ray's job. Ray's job is to take us out. Cool strutting?
Ray's not feeling good today, so send him some good vibes his way.
Or pizza. Pizzas always make Ray feel better. Burger King. He likes Burger King. It shows, too.
Definitely.
I rolled with him the other day for like 1 minute, and he was exhausted. All right, we're out. Oh. This one kind of sucks.
This kind of reminds me of like when I was a kid and we went to Kmart and they had a restaurant.
Yeah.
Like, remember they had a restaurant
Yeah.
at Kmart and we would go there to eat? It kind of reminds me of that.
Caveman's Corner is the official Kmart-like podcast.
Kmart dinner.
Get some popcorn for dinner. Now I usually say something funny for an Easter egg.
For an Easter egg?
Yeah, you know, like at the end of the Marvel movies, there's Easter egg.
I don't know. Whitman's a time traveler.
Oh, from the car accident? That's dirty.
That wasn't a car accident.
That's from when you beat him up?
That was actually taken. That picture was actually taken May 13th. After we fought. He's a fucking time traveler. I'll never fight him again.
Better look out. He already knows what you're going to throw.
I'm just kidding. Whitman's my boy. We're tight.